Stephen Curry produced another outstanding performance as the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics to become champions in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Curry bounced back from a disappointing Game 5 display, an outlier in a magnificent series for the Warriors superstar, to lead his team to a 103-90 victory at the TD Garden in Boston, sealing a fourth title in 8 years for the franchise. It comes just 2 seasons after the Warriors had the league's worst record. This triumph completed a journey like no other, after a run of 5 consecutive finals, then a plummet to the bottom of the NBA, and now a return to greatness. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Open privacy options. The dynastic run has been led by Curry, his fellow Splash brother Klay Thompson and defensive linchpin Draymond Green. That trio was at the center of this title victory once again, with Andrew Wiggins joining to make huge contributions to the 2022 title triumph and Kevon Looney dominating on the glass throughout the 5 key ways Stephen Curry revolutionized basketball. The remarkable redemption of Andrew Wiggins. Poole. Apprentice Splash brother on learning from legend Curry. 10 other key milestones in Curry's illustrious career. Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry high-fives Golden State Warriors guard Gary Payton II during the second quarter of Game 6. Fittingly, every one of the Warriors played a part in the Game 6 victory. Curry led the way though, with 34 points, 7 rebounds and 7 assists as well as 2 steals and 1 block, and it was enough to see him crowned NBA Finals MVP for the first time in his career. Green had his best game of the NBA Finals and was all over the court throughout Game 6, coming close to a triple-double with 12 points, 12 rebounds and 8 assists as well as 2 steals and 2 blocks. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Open privacy options. Thompson, who completes a remarkable personal comeback after returning earlier this year following 2.5 years sidelined by injury, managed a dozen points of his own. He put in thousands of hours working in the background to allow him to get back to this stage and become a champion again. It all paid off, Thompson said. It was dog days, a lot of tears shed. You knew it was a possibility, but to see it in real time, it's crazy. Wiggins scored 18 points, with 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals and 3 blocks, a box score that exemplifies the massive contribution he made in all areas of the game throughout the series, as the Warriors' second-best player in the NBA Finals. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Open privacy options. The Warriors win a 4th title, and for a 3rd time, the victory has been taken on the road. The first 3 rings came in 2015, 2017 and 2018, when Golden State was dominant and made 5 consecutive trips to the finals. Thursday night's victory sees the Warriors claim the franchise's 7th championship overall, moving them clear in 3rd place all-time behind the Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers, who remain tied on 18 apiece at the top. It did not look like things were going to end in the early stages though, as Boston shot out to a 14-2 lead. The Celtics' passing and spacing was slick to start the game and the crowd was going wild. Not pleased with what he was seeing, Steve Kerr, who is now a 9-time NBA champion, 5 as a player and 4 as coach of Golden State, called a timeout and the Warriors improved their off-the-ball defense thereafter. His opposite number, Ime Udoka, switched up rotations, pulled Jason Tatum out a bit earlier and put in Peyton Pritchard in an attempt to up the levels of production from his bench unit. It did not work, as Pritchard, Derek White and Grant Williams were all -20 or worse for their minutes on the floor at halftime as the Warriors on 54-25 run after the Celtics' early lead to have a very comfortable advantage heading into the break. Only Grant Williams got back above that mark following the second half, finishing -18. The Warriors' bench players, on the other hand, gave some massive minutes as the Celtics surrendered 21 successive points in the second and with it, their chances of NBA title glory. Jordan Poole gave us all an invitation to the pool party to help turn the tide, with some massive 3-pointers in the second quarter. He finished the game with 15 points. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Open privacy options. Looney lost his starting place during the series to Otto Porter Jr. He had 6 points, going 2 of 3 from the field, both from beyond the arc, but still was the Warriors' primary big man throughout the series. He grabbed 6 offensive rebounds, and his domination of the glass on that end was vital in providing second chance opportunities for the Dubs as they built the lead. Gary Payton too, who recovered from a fractured elbow in just a month to ensure he was ready for the finals, had best net rating of the Warriors players. FINISHINGPLUS 18 for his minutes on the floor, adding 6 points along with 3 rebounds and 3 steals. This has been a series of third-quarter runs, and Al Horford, the one veteran player on a youthful Celtics roster, was massive in the third quarter. He scored 11 points in the third frame, as well as grabbing 5 rebounds and producing a huge block which saw the Boston crowd roar back into life. Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry celebrates with teammates after beating the Boston Celtics in Game 6. Jaylen Brown, who matched Curry with 34 points to lead Boston in scoring, told the team to take that look off their faces and keep playing during a timeout as despondency began to kick in with some of their young squad. The hosts pulled it back within single digits at one point, but with 22 turnovers by the end of they were never going to complete the comeback. It was just the 5th defeat in 22 title series appearances for Boston, which turned its season around to have a chance at this crown. Boston was 25-25 after 50 games, then went on an absolute tear to get to the finals and nearly claim what would have been just the franchise's second championship since. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Open privacy options. Tatum went scoreless in the second half until the 3rd minute of the third quarter, and his disappointing NBA Finals finished with just 13 points on 33% shooting. Horford had 19 points and 14 rebounds by the end for an impressive double-double, while his frontcourt partner Robert Williams III recorded 10 points, 7 rebounds and 5 blocks. Time Lord's impressive displays despite carrying an injury throughout the NBA Finals are a positive for the Celtics moving. The day belonged to the Warriors though, and it probably was going to as soon as Green, who had missed his first 12 three-point shots in the series, buried one in the corner late in the first quarter. He added another before the end of the game, but it was Curry who took star billing. Twitter. Due to your consent preferences, you're not able to view this. Open privacy options. There was time before the end for Andre Iguodala, the Finals MVP in 2015, to get on the floor for what may well be his last appearance as an NBA player. He joins Curry, Thompson and Green in picking up a 4th ring. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver could not be at the game because he remained in the league's health and safety protocols related to the virus. The redesigned Larry O'Brien Trophy, the golden souvenir given to the NBA champions, was presented to the Warriors by Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum instead. "We found a way to just get it done," Curry said after the Warriors accepted the championship trophy and celebrated on the court. "It's part of a championship pedigree, our experience. We built this for 10 to 11 years. That means a lot when you get to this stage." On their return to that stage following the devastating fallout of the 2019 NBA Finals, which saw Thompson tear his ACL and Kevin Durant tear his Achilles tendon before deciding to leave the franchise, the Warriors reached the summit of the basketball world once again. The NBA Finals TV listings here continue on Sky Sports this week. Subscribe to watch the live action.